Hey guys, what's up? Today in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to plot future candlesticks on the chart and make them look good and have them be probable and just everything in general like that. So this video, that's what I'm going to show you. So let's get to it. Alright, so I have got TradingView open. You're going to need the RSI, the MACD, and then an SMA. So an SMA and an EMA. Alright, so I have my SMA here and my EMA right here, and my SMA is set to 21 and my EMA is set to 12, and time frame is same as symbol. Alright, so as we can see right here, there's a lot going on here. And so what we first want to do, actually, here, I'm going to just show you what I'm talking about. So what I'm talking about is this. I can go like this with my bar patterns, and look, I have a bar pattern that I can just stick on that one and make it look like that. So that's kind of what I'm talking about by adding candles. But I'm going to basically say, alright, well, let's see what's going on here. So what do I see right here? I see a bunch of resistances and supports. So I'm going to actually turn off this. I'm going to turn off all my SMAs. I'm going to come here. I'm going to get horizontal line. I'm just going to do all the support resistances I can see. For strong support resistances. And it actually works better on the 1 hour chart. And that's pretty much for everything because you can see patterns a lot better. So, alright, and then we gotta get all smaller ones. So there's our support and a resistance. So now we have most of our support resistances that are active. Alright, so as you see right here, we have our candlesticks. Now, what are we looking for? If we turn, okay, so this kind of depends on what we think right now, but what do we think is going to happen? It's going to go down, right? I think it's going to go down. So I'm going to look for something that's down, that drops down like sharply pretty much at a curve, but then it has this like ladder set up over here. So what else has that? Well, this kind of has it right here. It's a ladder setup, and then it drops off kind of slowly, but then that drops off kind of slowly too. So which one? So there's different ways to do this. So as you can see, this one's a ladder with a step off, so I'm just going to go like that. So actually we have to get not the start of the downtrend because it's already hit this level. So as you can see, we're right there. So what we're going to do is take our bar candlestick patterns, go like that, and bring it to the bottom of the trend. And that is pretty likely. And now we're just going to fit. I know that's kind of weird. So I'm going to change the color to red because we don't want this to happen. But you got to make it fit within the... you got to make it fit within the support resistances. So as you can see, oh, that one doesn't really work, but if we bring it up there a little bit, or we could bring it back and up, well, that kind of works. Shoot. Well, that kind of works right there. That kind of works. You can see because it plays with the support resistances. Go down, gets a support, gets a resistance, gets rejected, goes down, finds a support, gets rejected, and then finds another support. So that's definitely one way. So now I'm going to call it something called a breaking point. So this is the first breaking point right here. And then there's going to be, off of this, there's going to be 2 more breaking points. So for every one, there's 2 more. So what do I think is going to happen here? So we want to do both sides. So now we have to look for a sharp decline with a ladder climb up. So what's a sharp decline with a ladder climb up? This kind of looks like it, because if this does a sharp decline, sharp decline, and then it also has a double bottom to it. Well, that could definitely work, and now we're going to go like that. And I'm going to call this one green. Actually, no, because just to show you guys what I'm talking about. So we can overlay that a little bit and make it work with the resistances and the supports. So now we have two of them. So off of this, there's going to be two possible directions. It can go up, it can go down. And then with this, it can go up and it can go down. So we need to fill in those two. So what's something around this support that after a pretty big spike, there's a ladder climb pretty much. And this one actually fits pretty nicely because, as you can see right there, we have a double bottom. So if we just take that, put it right there, and we're going to change this one to yellow because this is our next one that we're doing. And then we got to look for one that breaks down from here. So what is possibly going to happen? So we have a downward trend, reversal. Oh, this kind of looks like it right here. Not necessarily. Yeah, this kind of does. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our candles and we can go like this. And we got to make it fit the chart correctly. So if we just move it up a little bit more. And now it works with those support resistances. So this is a breaking area. Now these two have breaking areas, but I don't like to go that far. So I have to do two more breaking areas, one for going down and then one for going up. But if you see here, it plays nicely with all the support resistances, so it can plausibly happen. And then I'm going to show you what to do after that. But so what are we going to think here? So this was a support. So what's the only time that it broke a massive support with a jump and consolidation? I don't know, this piece right here. So let's just get that to the top. Let's just get that to the top of there. And we'll continue that. Okay, and then we're going to need one for going down. So what's another time that it got rejected here with the consolidation point? I think that this right here could pretty much plausibly happen. Now we are gonna make that form. Alright, so now we have a bunch of different colors. And they kind of look like this, and they kind of function whack. But they could possibly happen. So now we're going to label them as green. Green is good, and then possible scenarios. We're going to go through them. So this is good, so I'm going to label it green. Then this is bad. Well, this is actually neutral. So blue. And then this is green. Then that could be either way. I mean, that's a bullish thing, but it's also kind of bearish because every single time it's hit this, it has gotten rejected. So then, after that, we can take our next few candles and we can just look at this down here. So that's bad, and if it drops down here, that's bad. So we have our now scenarios. Now what can possibly happen? So we're going to look at each single resistance right here. So right here of it not going above this, it's 2 out of 3 times. So it's 2 out of 3 times it hasn't gone above. So we're gonna basically move that down here, and we can basically just we're gonna shade it out kind of. Going to shade it out. So that's not plausible, it's not really possible, but it's there, definitely. Then we have this, which is good, and it is possible because this is a big support down here. This could be a resistance since the last time it was a support, and every single time that it comes across. Okay, so look at this. So we have resistance, 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 support, resistance, support. So what do you think is going to come next? Resistance. So this is the most probable way of going. down here. But then we get to this point right here. So every single time, so we're going to look back, how many times has it gone up and how many times has it used 113 as a support? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 4 out of 5 times it's used it as a support. So this is not that probable. So we're going to go like that, and go like that, and we are going to shade it out to not make that much sense. Alright, so then what's the probability of that happening? It's kind of high, and then the probability of this is high. But you don't have, so I don't think that it's going to do that, and I don't think that's going to do that. So now, after we have, actually no, let's bring those things back. So I think we're going to associate with news. So what is going on here? I think that we could be in a decline for a little bit of time. So now we're actually going to, no, we're going to make sure it works with the SMAs. So, and EMAs. So if this happens, this is our EMA, and we're literally going to take it and we're going to do a blue like that, and we're going to do this top one. So we're going to basically connect it. We're going to basically connect it, and boom. Alright, so that is definitely plausible. Now we're going to do the bottom one, because this is our EMA. This is our EMA. Sorry, kind of went back there. Alright, and now we're going to do our SMA, and we're going to draw it red. Alright, and now we're going to do the other one red. So it gets rejected there, gets rejected there. So now we have our where it could get rejected, and we have our future SMA lines. Now what could possibly make sense? It could stay on this downward trend, but it tends to not do that. So what I'm going to do is you can keep it there, but I don't really like those two, and it's not really possible. It's not really plausible. And now we can actually take away these SMA lines because they look kind of dirty. Look kind of dirty. So now we have plausible ways that what can happen. Alright, so now we're going to think about some news. What is plausible in the news right now? The news is kind of whack, so the chances of this being right is around 70 to 75%. And yeah, basically just that. And then also we should look at some MACD indicators. We're going to look at the MACD and RSI. So every single time it's dropped down, it's been below 0, it kind of makes a push after that. But now it's not been below 0, and it's not making a push after that. So we might see something like this, where it pops up and then gets rejected again. So that's definitely plausible. So that one does not become as probable. So we're going to shade that out. And then that means that this one gets shaded out. So now we have our pretty accurate lines right here. So now we have our, okay, so then it continues on a downtrend for a bit. Pretty much every single time it's gotten rejected by this, it downtrends for about, okay, so September, here, let's just take our info line. It downtrended for about 21 days, and then it made almost a full recovery at 40 days. So we're just going to delete that. So what is our probability? So that's also 40 days, so let's just see. So 22 days is when it starts the uptrend. So what we're going to do is try to match that. So 22 days. So that's 7 days. We're got to get it to 22. So now we should probably extend this a little bit more. It doesn't even start its uptrend until right there. So now we have a gray area right there. Now what can we piece together? Now we have a hole, so what are we going to do? We need to take some more information from the chart. Oh look, that fits a lot pretty perfectly. I mean, we can make it fit, but look at that. Look at that. So now we have a probable recovery right now. It's pretty darn probable because of just everything in general. So 22 days, it doesn't start it until its recovery. Delete that. And now we have some different ways that we can approach this. If we look at the news, we could basically say, well, what is most likely going to happen? So currently, right now, Joe Biden's plan is to shut down America, but he also has a stimulus. So I think there might be a breaking point at right about right here. And if it does, I think we could see this first piece again. So let's just go like that. And then let's invert it. Let's invert it, and that was doesn't start up trending until 22 days, so I'm trying to match that right there. And then, actually no, it needs to be right there. So that is actually pretty darn possible, because it works with this resistance line, this resistance line, this resistance line, the support, and what goes right there? Well, there's also another support. So we have our another support right there, which can be used twice. And then breaks the support, and now we're down here again. Oh shoot, we should probably squinch that up a little bit. Alright, so now we have some probable ways where it can, now we have pretty darn probable ways that it can go. The bold is the most probable, so this blue is most probable. Sorry. I don't know why it's still going. Alright, the blue is most probable because just look at it. I mean, it's solid now. So this is what I currently think is going to happen according to all my data before and just everything in general like that. So yeah, pretty much it looks good. So now I can just look at this and be like, alright, well, if it goes this way, I know what direction it's going to be at, and if it goes in this way, I know what direction it's going to be at, and I know I'm going to try to time it correctly, because it's not really timed right, but it could be. Alright, so thank you for watching. See you later.